Buenos dias, mi gente. Good morning from Honduras. Today I'm about 100 kilometers away from the border of Honduras and El Salvador. And I'm going to hitchhike from here all the way to El Salvador, and I will take you with me, of course. So you might ask me, is it even safe to hitchhike here in Honduras? And I can tell you it is. Honduras has indeed one of the highest homicide rates in Central America, and it is often skipped by travelers. However, hitchhiking is actually a big part of the culture here. A lot of people are hitchhiking every day to go from one village to the next, or to get to their workplace, or to a market. So I decided to also experience that. I feel like I can sense if people have good or bad intentions. So let's go. I already see the first cars coming there. Puedo preguntarle, ¿qué significa Dios a usted?
Para Dios es el Dios que hizo el cielo, la tierra y todo el universo. Y es el que los creó a cada uno de nosotros. Creó el mundo y lo hizo al hombre a su imagen y a su semejanza.
Qué interesante.
Sí.
¿Usted pide jamón también?
No, yo me voy en bus.
Ok, ¿y por qué?
Porque jamón no conozco a la gente.
Ah, verdad. Pero aquí la gente es buena gente, ¿no?
Hay una buena y otra que no.
Okay, bueno. To get a truck like this would actually be perfect. I think that was a no. Jackpot, guys! So I got a truck who's actually crossing all of El Salvador. Look at my view. Mi hermano, ¿cómo te llamas?
Noé, William Noé.
Ok, un gusto. Antonio.
Mucho gusto.
Mi nombre. And actually, when I got into the car, this guy to my right opened the door for me. And just look at what he's carrying. So he's carrying a gun, like a shotgun, to protect the load, like what they are carrying. Hermano, ¿puedo preguntarte algo? ¿Por qué ustedes necesitan seguridad aquí para proteger el cargo?
Carga mucho delincuente aquí.
¿Sí? ¿Y qué es el cargo? ¿Qué traen? ¿Qué es el cargo?
Soda,
Soda, para beber.
sí. Fresco.
Y hay gente que roban soda. Ok. Y por eso tienes la pistola, ¿sí? ¿Puedo grabar la pistola? You see, guys, this is what you need in Honduras to protect soda. You're right. To protect Coca-Cola and stuff like that.
Toma gaseosa, toma soda.
Ah, no.
No,
No, tiene demasiado azúcar.
se cuida.
Sí. ¡Wow, qué buena naturaleza!
Si quiere un mango, agarre un mango ahí.
Ah, muchas gracias.
Abajo va un mango en la refri.
Ah, gracias. Estoy bien, gracias, hermano.
Solo usted.
Solo yo.
Nosotros vamos acá. Ajá.
Ok.
Sí, aquí es para transporte pesado y allá es para turismo.
Bueno.
Ajá.
Yo voy con mis cosas, ¿sí?
Sí.
Okay. So I just got dropped off here by the truck driver because he has to go through a different immigration than I do. I'm now going from one of the most violent countries in Latin America to one with a crime rate close to zero. Because I'm going from Honduras to El Salvador now. Like, I'm about to cross the border now. So to give you some numbers to wrap your head around this, the murder rate in El Salvador used to be 100 homicides per 100,000 capita in 2015. This made El Salvador one of the most dangerous countries in the world. So to put that into reference, in Haiti as an example, this April, which was again a very violent month in Haiti, the murder rate per 100,000 capita was at 80. So in 2015 you more or less had constantly the situation that you now have in Haiti. And by the way, the violence in Haiti led to the collapse of the Haitian state. Fast forward to 2022, the president Bukele started a huge crackdown on gangs where literally the whole military was blocking whole neighborhoods so that people couldn't enter or couldn't get out of those neighborhoods, and then would just arrest anyone who might be a gang member. So having a tattoo which, as an example, said MS-13 could lead to arrest actually. There was a huge crackdown. So in Honduras, as an example, the murder rate is at 25 per 100,000 inhabitants. This number has improved a lot. So some years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, the number was still at around 40 homicides per 100,000 people. However, the biggest problem in Honduras is actually extortion. Kidnappings, of course, closely related to that. And in general, corruption is just huge here in Honduras. Like, even members of the government, like of the former president here in Honduras, were involved in cocaine trafficking, as an example. Cocaine, like whole shiploads of cocaine were trafficked through Honduras with the protection of the national police. Yeah, because the cartels just have so much power here that they bribe high ministers, even the president, as I said. Hola.
Hola.
Despite all those problems that Honduras had, I never felt insecure here traveling in the country. On the contrary, people are really welcoming, and it's a nice country to visit. Para salir de Honduras. Gracias. Gracias.
¿Entrando? ¿Saliendo?
Sí, saliendo.
¿Salvador?
No, Honduras.
¿Vienes por Honduras?
Sí, sí. Gracias. So Xiomara, or Xiomara, I don't know how to pronounce her name, is the new president of Honduras.
Destino
Es El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Sí.
Vamos para El Salvador.
Sí. Sí, sí, sí. En la última página. Gracias. Ok. Chao. Gracias. Wow. Wow, what a beautiful border crossing, guys. Hola.
Hola.
Welcome to El Salvador. So that's the border where I just came from, and I'm walking now towards the big street where I will meet the truck driver again. Hopefully he has been waiting for me. So something that's interesting about El Salvador is that they actually use US dollars here. That's like the official currency, and Bitcoin is apparently also widely accepted. Okay, so this is where I'm going to wait for the truck driver. Unfortunately, the guy wasn't there, I couldn't meet him, so I decided to continue hitchhiking. A bit tired of hitchhiking. I've been waiting, I think, in total 2 to 3 hours today for cars. So I got this bus. It's also just $5, which brings me directly to San Salvador, the capital